Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Now we're gonna get right into it. All right, things I like about Okinawa. Now there are several things I like about Okinawa, and there are several things I don't like about Okinawa. Obviously, there's always a good and bad, no matter where in the hell you live in the world. So here we go. The first like is the weather. Okay, as you can see right now behind me, maybe you can, it's kind of blown out a little bit, but you can see that it is kind of sunny. Right now it is winter, okay, in Japan, the rest of Japan anyways, but we have no snow here. Okay, this is kind of like living in Southern California. You don't really get too much snow unless you go to Lake Tahoe, but that's a mountain, so you know, there's no snow, and the lowest it can get to, I think it's around like 10 degrees or something, so that's Celsius, and I'll put some Fahrenheit somewhere over here. I can't do conversions in my head right now, sorry for that, but 10 degrees is considered cold for local people, or if you've been living here for as long as I have, about 2 years, some people more, but yeah, it does get kind of cold when 35 degrees is kind of like your median average in the summertime. All right, so the next like for me is living costs. So let's just say you are making what an average person would be making in a Western country, okay? So let's just say on average you're making about $2,500 to $3,000 a month, and you know, some people that may be high and some people that may be very low. So I'm just picking a great median here. Let's just say 2,500. The living capability of having 2,500 US dollars is actually pretty comfortable if you're not overly spending and you want a little bit of savings as well. And of course, with COVID, a lot of people have saved a lot of money unless they're eating out all the time. Well, then you're not really saving money at all. But if you learn how to cook during COVID, you're saving money. But also the average cost of an apartment in Japan, just overall, I'm not talking just like Tokyo only. I know Tokyo is expensive. We all get that. We don't need any more about blah, 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 blah on Tokyo and Osaka, okay? But you can find rent for $500. And if you can speak a little bit of Japanese, you can, as a foreigner, get affordable rent as well. I know some people say that foreigners get pushed back a lot, and yes, there is some stigma behind that, and there is a reason why some, you know, real estate companies don't prefer to work with foreigners when it comes to renting a place. If a foreigner runs away and, you know, takes a flight back home and says see you later, there's no way for them to contact you to get money from you, because let's say you don't have a Japanese bank account, then how are they going to get cash from you in the end? You just run away. So I think because they had a multiple of these situations or something similar to it, they have a little bit of a reluctancy to work with foreigners and giving them rent. So that's why they also charge higher for foreigners in Japan if you are not speaking Japanese at all. So just learn a little bit of the language, and I think you can kind of pass for some of the cheaper rent in Japan overall. All right, my next one is people are very nice and chill here, although there is a slight caveat to that, and I'll come back to it in the dislike part. Although I don't know if it's really a dislike, but anyways, people are very nice and chill here, and I think it's just because of the island life. If you guys been to Hawaii or Maldives or Bali, you're gonna know that there is a certain, you know, demographic of people that are just super chill. They're always in t-shirts and shorts, and you know, even if they have like high-end restaurants, sure, you can kind of dress a little bit smart casual, but to them, smart casual is literally just putting a button-up shirt instead of a crew neck t-shirt. So yeah, just to know that difference. It's not like your New York smart casual, you know what I'm saying? Now, my next one would have to be beaches. And when I mean beaches, you're looking at 365 degrees around the island of Okinawa, the main island. There are several small islands too, which you can kind of bunny hop over to, but on the main island here, you can find pretty nice beaches here, and there are super secluded ones that you can find, so you can have the beach all to yourself. However, there is a caveat to that as well, which I'll come back to into the dislike parts. Now, the next one is lots of foreigners. Now, this one can fall under either likes or dislikes, depending on you, right? So if you want to have the authentic experience in Japan, obviously move to somewhere that's not going to have a lot of foreigners and you can mingle with the people of the locals. But if you are like, you know, I want a little bit of foreigners because I don't know if I can make friends that easily in the local community, then maybe Okinawa is the place. But having said that, if you want to truly make friends with Japanese people, you got to throw yourself in the deep end and go to somewhere that just speaks only Japanese, and that way you're going to learn faster in Japanese language as well. So I recommend you highly do that. But otherwise, having lots of foreigners is great. I get to still speak my English language here and to be able to just kind of be myself a little bit, because for some reason when I speak Japanese I feel so much more different. Like I have to be super polite, and you know, that is a good thing because it's kind of like I'm respecting the culture, but also it's just not really me. So I still need to kind of find that fine balance between, you know, respecting the culture and also being myself as a Canadian born Westerner, but 100% Japanese. So anyways, that's my problem that I gotta figure out, but if you guys are in the same boat as me, then you will know how I feel. And the next one is is if you're looking for a university and you are wanting to go into technical school, especially when it comes to marine biology, Okinawa is one of the best places to come to because of the ocean marine life here. Lots of tropical fishes. They have like universities and facilities where they actually have an island dedicated to some of the campuses, and you can actually go there and have like underwater facilities where you can kind of look into and stuff like that. So, and I think it's worth trying if you're into marine biology. So it's either here or Hawaii, so choose one place, but they're pretty much similar. And last but not least, island life. Okay, this is just overall island life. If you're wanting that true island experience besides Hawaii and living in some of the other oceanic countries, then you're for sure gonna like Okinawa. Like I mentioned in the beginning, Okinawa is just 360-degree island. You can also go island hopping by ferry. So, and it's actually pretty close. Like some of it takes an hour, some of it's half an hour. So you can kind of like pick or choose your islands, and you can go see sea turtles. And speaking of sea turtles, you can actually go to the island of Miyakojima, and on this certain beach that you go to, you can actually just walk just like 10, 15 feet into the ocean, and it's about maybe shoulder height. You can just stick your head down there. There's going to be sea turtles. So if you want that type of experience, Okinawa is for you. Now I'm going to go into some of the dislikes here, and the one I have for the kind of the polar opposite of cheap living costs, and the reason why is because Okinawa has one of the lowest wages in a major prefecture within Japan. Because of how low the income is for an average person here, which is under 20,000, which is pretty much poverty level. So if you are trying to find a job in Okinawa as a local, like you want to go work at a McDonald's, or you know, maybe even as a salary person in the business. I mean, salary person as a business, sure, you can get a little bit over that $20,000 mark, but you're not going to be making anything significant. You're not going to be working your dream six-figure jobs here. But if you're okay with just living a minimalist lifestyle, and you're okay with having maybe $30,000 in income as a local, then yeah, you could kind of live comfortably. But if you're going to work at a convenience store, then yeah, you're probably looking at minimum wage. Just keep that in mind. But if you're a digital nomad, like I mentioned in the beginning, then you are going to live pretty comfortably here in Okinawa. All right, so you remember when I say that I like the people here and how chill the vibe is? Okay, so the polar opposite to that in the dislike part is how slow people drive here. Okay, so not only is the kilometers already 40 kilometers per hour on some of the roads here, and some areas, sure, you can get 60 kilometers, but even highways only 80 kilometers. And in Southern California, where I used to live, 80 kilometers is like just a major road in the city. So yeah, if you're not really into the slow driving, you might get a little bit of road rage, so try to control that. Also, road rage is illegal in Japan, so just try to take some anger management classes. I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right, so now the opposite side to the beaches that I liked here, how you can go to any beach and remote and all that. The caveat to that is lots of dangerous animals here on the island. And now on the actual land part, you're going to have habu snakes. Now habu snakes are originated in Okinawa, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any animal biologists or animal scientists on here, just comment down below. But otherwise, yeah. So in the ocean, there's also a lot of deadly sea snakes, and there is also a lot of just fishes that have poison. Okay, I can't list them all, but I have them here. I'm just not going to do it for this video, but you can go search that up if you are going to be swimming with marine life here. All right, so we're going to get one of the last ones here is shipping costs. So if you are planning to get anything shipped to you to Okinawa, then they consider Okinawa a remote area, and so you're going to pay a little bit more in shipping. So if you are planning to live here and buy stuff off of Amazon or any other platform, just know that shipping is going to be a little bit more than usual, and it may actually take a little bit longer as well. And even if you buy off of Amazon domestically, you're going to have the same issue. So just keep that in mind when you live here. Shipping is going to take longer and it's going to cost more. And last but not least, island life. Okay, I said like on the island life, but also there is a dislike. If you don't like living on an island and you know it takes an hour flight to the nearest place anywhere on mainland Japan, then you're probably not going to want to live on Okinawa. You are going to be, I wouldn't say stuck here, but you know, you're going to have to hop on a plane. You can take, you know, ferries and island hop to mainland, but that's like a 2-day trip. So I would highly recommend you to maybe go to Fukuoka if you want to experience a little bit of tropical, warm, I guess, life. I mean, even in Fukuoka, it does get kind of cold. So, but yeah, If you are planning to live here, just know that this is an island life and you're going to be committed to it if you do live here. Okay, if you guys have anything else that I've missed in Okinawa, if you've been in Okinawa and you want to list a comment down below of your likes and dislikes, do so other people can see, and let me know what your guys' area of wherever you live in the world of the like and dislikes that is associated to your country or your city. But yeah, otherwise that's it. See you later.